Hello, hello. Who is excited to be here today? I know that I certainly am. This has been one of the most requested masterclasses for me, so I am truly excited to be able to put this together for you. So, as you come on today, I would love for you to say hello. Let me know if you are watching live or if you are coming in to watch the replay. I am going to be streaming this right now. I am hopefully, if I've done this correctly, hopefully I am live streaming over onto YouTube, potentially over onto TikTok, and potentially over onto Facebook. Let me give a quick little introduction of who I am. Many of you will know me as the voice behind the many TikToks that you see as a tarot reader. But I am far more than that, and I really am honored to be here today. I was born an empath and a pure channel, a natural conduit between this world and the other realms. Growing up, there were no veils between me and these other dimensions. However, as I entered my teens and my 20s, I became fully immersed in the 3D. And went through numerous life experiences that then shaped me. It was during that time that I underwent a profound reawakening, triggering a spontaneous Kundalini awakening experience, which completely changed the trajectory of my life that it would take from there on in. Since that pivotal moment, I have been blessed with the ability to embody skills from not only this lifetime, but from some of my other lifetimes. And I have followed my intuition. And with that intuition, I have been able to create my version of heaven on earth. Today, I am classed as an oracle, an intuitive, a mentor, an empath, and so much more. And I am hoping that I can share some of my gifts with you this evening. We are going to be having a 2-day complimentary workshop, and this workshop is going to be looking at the cards called the Oracle of Avalon. Through this course, we have got a few different angles that I'm going to be looking at with you. So we're going to look at what is an oracle, what is the oracle. We're going to have a quick look at the history and the origins of oracles. And then we're going to be getting into what I believe a lot of you are here for, to look at the symbology and the imagery on these beautiful cards. That will be divided into 2 days. So we will do half of the symbols and the imagery today, and the other half we will do tomorrow. We are then going to look at the different reading methods, how you can use these oracle cards in either as an individual divination tool or how you can use it in combination with tarot. We are also going to talk about intuition development with using these cards. Now, for those of you that have registered, then I have created a free little gift for you. There is an Oracle of Avalon Masterclass workbook for you. And this is going to become extremely handy for you as we go through the symbology and the imagery on the cards. Because I'm going to talk to you about why I created the cards, what the images are in the cards, and what is the symbology behind them. And in this little booklet that you can download, there's going to be an area for you to write the name of the card. It's going to have a place for you to write down the symbolic meanings and perhaps what your intuition is going to tell you about those cards. Okay. If you have not yet downloaded this, then you can perhaps do this at the end of class here. All right. To register, you need to go to theavalonacademy.com. There will be a link under here that I'll put down here for you, okay? So underneath this video, although I'm doing it live right now, that it will be available for replay. This video will be available for replay at all times on YouTube. And what you would do is you go to the section that it says live at the top of the YouTube screen, look for live, and then you'll see a drop-down menu and you will see both parts of this course will be there. Now, when you have registered at the Avalon Academy, and this is called the Oracle of Avalon Masterclass, so you will find it there, then there'll be a short video and there will be a paperclip icon. If you press that paperclip icon, then you will get a downloadable PDF. So what is an oracle? Have you heard of oracles before? I'm sure that you have. An oracle was pivotal in many ancient societies. It was considered a person or an agency that offered insights of wisdom and divine revelations. The word oracle is derived from the Latin term oraculum, which means divine announcement or divine speaking. These oracles were believed to have direct connection with the deities and were sought out for advice, predictions, and solutions to various problems. They held immense power and influence in their communities through their perceived link to the supernatural, shaping decisions made by leaders and the course of history. These were revered beings, the oracles. Are there modern-day oracles? Yes, there are modern-day oracles. Modern-day spiritual oracles are often found practicing as intuitive counselors, psychics, mediums, or spiritual advisors. They offer guidance and wisdom gleaned through their spiritual gifts to help others navigate life's challenges and find meaning. What would be the role of the oracle in these days? Their role would be to be a source of wisdom and guidance. People may consult oracles to seek advice, wisdom, or enlightenment on various aspects of their life, such as relationships, work, health, and personal growth. Connection to the spiritual realm. Oracles still act as intermediaries between the physical and the spiritual worlds, helping individuals connect with their higher powers, ancestors, and spiritual entities. There are still modern-day oracles. Now let's talk about oracle cards. Okay. So oracle cards have been influenced by numerous spiritual and cultural traditions around the world. The emergence of oracle cards can be traced back to ancient civilizations where oral traditions and rituals involved spiritual divination were commonplace. People would seek guidance from oracles who were believed to have a connection with the divine and gain insights into their future and to seek solutions to their personal dilemmas. The first known oracle cards appeared during the Renaissance period in the 14th century Italy, and they were known as sortes. These cards were based on classical mythology, and people used them as means to engage with the philosophical themes and questions. As these divination tools spread in popularity, they began to incorporate various cultural and mystical elements, such as astrology, alchemy, and mysticism. The significance of oracle cards lies in their ability to provide seekers with wisdom, symbolic guidance, and intuitive insights. They help people connect to their inner wisdom and higher selves, empowering them as they navigate various aspects of their lives with greater clarity and purpose. Today we are going to be looking at the very beautiful Oracle of Avalon cards, of which I am the designer. I was very blessed to go to Glastonbury last August. I'd been inspired very much to go there, and my intuition told me that it was something that I needed to do. And while I was there, I took much interest in the landscape, the ley lines. It is known as the heart chakra of the world. And it has the ley lines of the divine feminine and the divine masculine that run through it. It is also known as the land of Avalon. So naturally, I would be very drawn there. When I came home from my trip back to Canada, it was on my list of things to do that I wanted to create this beautiful deck. There is a lot of thought given behind every picture that is on the card. There is nothing that is there just to look cute or to look pretty. It all has symbolic meaning. And I am going to teach you what the symbology is behind these cards so that it can enhance your readings. So, embrace the wisdom that is hidden in the oracle cards as they spark our intuition and empower our souls with guidance. The Oracle of Avalon cards enhance your intuition and provide enlightenment, connecting you with that divine Avalonian energy. Avalon, although it is seen as something that is a mystical land, was once considered a realm that was attached to Earth. You may have heard of King Arthur and the Round Table, Guinevere, Morgana, the fairies, all of that. All of that is considered Avalonian. Complete magic. I would suggest in using these cards that you find a quiet space to relax, to shuffle the deck, and draw a card while focusing on a question or an intuition. By connecting with the cards, imagery, and messages, you will gain a deeper understanding of yourself and your journey, inspiring new perspectives, opportunities, and growth. When I do my readings, if you watch me on TikTok, you may have noticed that I do it in live time. I always shuffle when I'm on camera because I love to show you that often as I speak, the same cards come out. I am one with my cards. Not just this deck, but all of my decks. So now we're going to get on to the really exciting part, the symbology and the interpretation of the cards. Like I said, we are going to do half of them tonight, and then we'll do the other half tomorrow. There are 65 cards in total, and I have picked them at random to show you here. So this is where your journal would come in really handy. If you do not have your journal in front of you, perhaps you might like to go find a little notebook. I'll let you go run and get a piece of paper and a notebook before we start here so that you can be prepared. the files, the PDF form of this that I am creating for you right now, I will also download and put it into the school, the Academy of Avalon. It's a school that I'm really, really proud of as well. It is perhaps one of the only accredited modern mystery schools in North America. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe I am the only accredited online school of modern mystery. And within that, I offer tarot, intuition, and other really beautiful classes, some of which I will speak to you about tonight. Okay, so have you got your pens, paper, journals ready? Because I'm certainly ready to share why I chose these images for these cards. Okay, we're going to start with a card called Beauty. Rose hips. Okay, the illustration on that card is of rose hips. So some of you may know that although I am a tarot reader and a mentor, a teacher, I am also an esthetician, fully trained esthetician and massage therapist. I own my own spa. And rose hips play a big role in the beauty industry and is actually one of my top skincare recommendations for people who want to have beautiful glowing skin. It evens out your skin tone. So I chose it for the beauty card. However, I was more focused on the spiritual beauty, the beauty within. Rose hips, the beautiful byproduct of the widely admired rose. It carries deep spiritual significance and speaks of their inherent aesthetic appeal, often associated with beauty and refinement. These radiant fruits symbolize the personal journey between self-discovery, spiritual growth, and inner strength. The blending of these transformative qualities is akin to the process of a rose unfolding its petals, revealing the captivating beauty that lies within. Overall, the spiritual meaning of rose hips embodies the importance of nurturing our own inner essence and embracing our path towards spiritual evolution, all of the while appreciating the beauty and the refinement of life. So if you were to pull this card, this could talk about so many different aspects. This could talk about physically having a glow up. This could be talking about you unfolding and becoming this most natural, beautiful version of yourself. The next card we're going to be looking at is the manifestation card. Candles. Candles with their warm, inviting glow signify the enlightening power that moves one towards one's inner goals and desires, enabling the manifestation and the materialization of life's aspirations. The antlers, on the other hand, embody the force of growth and transformation that leads to the actualization of one's true self, revealing inherent strength and resilience. Both of these objects become key symbols in the quest for personal development, each nurturing the soul towards achieving wholeness, materializing your dreams, and actualizing potentials. The manifestation card, it has all of the words on it. You will notice all of the cards have multiple words on it. They are descriptive words for you to be able to use and to channel your own energy into those cards, okay, to make up a story as you go. The main words are there for you, but this is the imagery behind it. Deities. The imagery on this card shows the triple goddess. For those that are drawn to the more Celtic roots, this is a very common pagan symbol. and it is a representation of the divine feminine. It encapsulates the various aspects of female deities across different cultures and traditions. This multifaceted symbol allows for the exploration of feminine attributes, energies, and roles, connecting them all through the archetypical forms. By embodying the essence of diverse goddesses, the triple goddess serves as a unifying concept, revealing the interconnectedness of the feminine divine across space and time and deepening our understanding of the sacred and myriad forms that it takes. So this deities card, it is a representation of many cultural embodiments of deities. It is also, in my mind, a reflection of you, as an embodiment of your highest self, going through all stages. The triple goddess is often known as Mother, Maiden, Crone, as she goes through many aspects of her life, okay, and embodying different qualities. So if the card deities comes up for you, this could be, depending on the question of your reading, it could be talking about gods and goddesses that you feel drawn to who are watching over you. It could also be the interpretation of you embodying the highest version of yourself here in physical form. Affluence. This is a depiction of corn and pumpkins and apples. Harvest festival. Harvest festival used to be a thing when I was growing up. We used to celebrate it at school. I don't know that that's done anymore. Certainly for those who practice seasonal rituals and sabbats, then they will understand this card very well. But corn, pumpkins, and apples symbolize affluence and the abundance due to their historical and cultural ties to the seasons of the harvest. These bountiful crops acted as a foundational source of food, providing sustenance and nourishment, and allowed communities to thrive, their overflowing presence during the harvest season, and that became synonymous with prosperity, as it communicated a successful year of growth and potential to comfortably survive in the colder months that lay ahead. Even though the meaning has changed over time, the symbolism of these fruits and crops still evoke a sense of wealth and abundance as they continue to represent the fertile earth's generosity. So if you were to get the affluence card, now you will understand where the symbology comes in. The food is representing a good harvest. This could also be connected to manifestation. If you have been working on your manifestations and here they're arriving with this affluent card. Affluence comes in many forms. Physical through financial wealth, can be coming through health, physical health. It can be coming through abundance of crops and food and not needing. Okay, it can also, if we were talking about in a relationship, it can be talking about abundance of overflowing love within a relationship. The renewal card. The emergence of new leaves. In nature, it can be seen as a spiritual representation of rebirth, renewal, and restoration. As leaves sprout from a tree, they symbolize the continuous cycle of life, reflecting our own personal journeys of growth and revitalization. So if you were to see this in a card pull, there could be something, a renewed cycle that is coming for you, or you may have just gone through a renewed cycle. Apathy. The imagery on this card is of daffodils and antlers. And while they can be seen as symbols of renewal and growth, it also is possible to interpret them spiritually as representing apathy and lack of passion. Daffodils, with their fleeting bloom, may suggest the very transient nature of emotions, encouraging a detachment from indifference. Antlers shed by deer and other animals yearly could symbolize the temporary nature of our fascinations and the potential to lose sight of our passions. So apathy can be read in many ways. It can be, if it was a love reading, it could be someone who is not giving all of their passion, someone who's grown tired or something. Bored, tired, is not giving their all. Fertility. I love this card. So yes, I do have some favorites and I'll point them out as we go through this. The fertility, I love the symbol of the green man. And this is a very common one within many Celtic traditions. The symbol of the oak leaf mask, commonly known as the green man. It is intrinsically associated with fertility and virility, and it represents the life-giving forces of nature and the regenerative powers associated with the seasonal cycles. The oak tree in particular is rich in powerful mythological symbolism and holds major significance in Celtic as well as other pagan and Druidic traditions. The oak leaf mask embodies the duality of masculine and feminine aspects. The oak leaf mask embodies the duality of strength and endurance, while the lush foliage represents the rebirth and growth of the natural world. Consequently, the oak leaf mask or green man serves as a potent symbol of fertility and virility. It's a very sexy one. Wisdom. Here we have the oak leaf again. However, with this oak leaf, and you'll see many oak leaves through my design, I'm very, very drawn to them. But the oak leaf in this card has changing colors, and it serves as a spiritual symbol of wisdom, conveying the essence of change, life cycles, and adaptability of the natural world. This imagery embodies the passage of time. It talks about growth and evolution, mirroring our own journey towards self-discovery, personal development, and enlightenment. When its leaves change colors through the seasons, they symbolize the ebb and flow of life. Thus, an oak leaf's metamorphosis is meaningful representation of accumulated wisdom, as it encapsulates the insights and lessons gleaned from our shared experiences with nature and its cycles. So when we see the wisdom card, it can be talking about experiences that you may have been through. Or if you're reading for another, they may have gained great wisdom along the journey, the lessons, the experiences that they've had, the changings of the seasons. Heart chakra. A couple of the crystals that I have chosen are rhodochrosite and peridot. These are two gemstones with deep spiritual connections to the heart chakra, which is also known as the anahata. Rhodochrosite, with its exquisite pink hue, symbolizes selfless love and emotional healing, while peridot, a vibrant green gemstone, embodies lightness and rejuvenation of the spirit. These powerful crystals harmonize and resonate with the energy center responsible for love, compassion, and forgiveness in the human body. By channeling positive vibrations and refining spiritual balance, rhodochrosite and peridot facilitate opening one's heart and amplifying the capacity to give and to receive love. For anyone who has ever held a rhodochrosite in their hand, who has, it has one of the most beautiful, soft energies that I've experienced. Peridot is absolutely beautiful as well. Most pink and green stones are to do with the heart chakra. So if you get the heart chakra card, this could be talking about that potentially self-care is needed, or the ability to be open to receive love or to give love. There could be some heart chakra openings that are happening when you see this card. Obsession. In the illustration here, I have chosen the narcissi flowers from daffodils are part of the narcissi family. So they are widely recognized for their unique beauty and intoxicating fragrances. Who knew? Who knew that daffodils and narcissi have an absolutely beautiful fragrance? I only learned that this year. I've seen them growing wild, but I've rarely purchased them for myself. However, my person Stephen buys me flowers every week when I'm over in the UK with him, and there was a time that he bought me daffodils because they were the first flowers of the season in January, and I couldn't get over the fragrance that they had. They were stunning. But they have long been associated with the concept of obsession within various spiritual traditions. So, named after the Narcissi is named after the Greek mythological figure Narcissus, who embodies the ultimate form of self-obsession. Who knows his story? It's quite funny. We'll have to look at that sometime. He looked in the mirror and fell completely head over heels in love with himself. These flowers have come to symbolize an all-consuming infatuation which can overpower one's senses and rationality. The story of Narcissus serves as a cautionary tale for anyone who becomes trapped in their own vanity or becomes preoccupied with the admiration of others. In this light, narcissi flowers remind us of the dangers of allowing obsession to take over. So yes, obsession, the only one who you should potentially be obsessed over is yourself. Kind of, without the ego. Without the ego. If you're trying to manifest something, obsession is quite a good thing. But the type of, there's really, I see this as two forms of obsession. I see this as the good egoless obsession, where you truly understand and value yourself, and you put yourself above all others. That is a good thing. We've been taught that that's a very wrong thing to do, to be selfish, but it's not. Okay, that's the way that you manifest everything that you truly desire. There is also the obsession where you cannot get past something or someone. You think about it 24, all day, every day, and that's when you are leaking energy. Very unhealthy to leak that much energy. Companionship. Okay, I told you that I would tell you which some of my favorite. I love this illustration of those two little mushrooms. I truly do. And this talks about companionship. So all of the mushroom cards, I adore them. The spiritual symbology of these two little red-capped mushrooms as companions represents a deep connection to the earth, wisdom, and unity. The red cap often symbolizes enlightenment, while the mushroom as a whole is considered a symbol of rebirth and transformation. Together, these fungi represent the duality found in nature, balance between light and dark, growth and decay, and the receptiveness to change. As companions, they embody unity, cooperation, and harmony, reminding us of the interdependence that is essential in maintaining the delicate balance of our world and the need to nurture relationships with others and the environment. We'll talk a little bit more as we go through the other mushrooms that we have in some of these illustrations. But there is, if we know the chemistry of how mushrooms work, they do. They need the light and the dark, the growth and the decay. So these companions, they go through everything together. They have this very sweet, unbreakable bond. Devotion. So we have in this illustration antlers and a rabbit. So in the spiritual sense, the harmonious combination of the antlers and the rabbit symbolize devotion and the interplay of opposing qualities. They don't look like they would go together at all. Yes, they look pretty in a picture, but like I say, I don't ever put anything there by accident. The antlers represent strength, confidence, and spiritual authority, while the rabbit embodies gentleness, vulnerability, and swift adaptability. Together, they encapsulate the essence of devotion, a union of contrasting traits that create a balance, committed energy that thrives in love, loyalty, and nurturing bonds. The fusion between these symbols communicate the profound message that true devotion transcends mere physical attributes and reflects the beauty of the soul. The devotion card. Of course, I love the word devotion. Most of my readings are love readings, okay? I am romantic by nature. And so when I see the devotion card, it brings even the word. We know that words themselves carry energy. So again, to say that every single card, the words that I have used on it have been very thoughtfully put together. I will never use a word that feels out of place. And I love the word devotion. Devotion to one another, devotion to your own path, all of those. So depending on the question that you're asking, this could be talking about self-devotion to what it is that you're wanting to accomplish, to understanding your mission, or this could be devotion to another and their devotion to you. Enticement. Okay. In this picture, we have the old-fashioned lanterns that have long been revered as powerful symbols of enticing allure, representing the idea of being drawn to the flame. The warm, flickering light emitted by these lanterns serves as a beacon, inviting travelers to seek refuge in its comforting embrace. In a spiritual context, this enchanting illumination can be seen as a metaphor for our own innate curiosity and human desires. Drawn to the flame would be the phrase that I would remember from this card. Okay, so this enticement. Now, have any of you gone camping and you've had one of these lanterns? Maybe not the oil ones that we have represented in the cards, but perhaps a flashlight or a torch. And you can see all the moths and the bugs and everything that comes drawn to you, right? When your light is high, you draw in a lot of people, okay? Be careful of your energy. When you see this card, it can also be a warning. It's a beautiful card, but it can also be a warning. Yes, you're enticing. You are drawing in perhaps your divine counterpart, your twin soul, your twin flame, your soulmate. But do be aware that when this card shows up, there could be others that are drawn to you who are just there to zap your energy. Okay? The masculinity card. We have a stag here. The stag is indeed a powerful spiritual symbol, often associated with masculinity, virility, and strength. It has been revered in various cultures and traditions throughout history. The stag has served as a symbol of fertility due to its large antlers, which represent growth and regeneration, and they also embody grace, speed, bravery, and pride. The majestic presence of a stag in ancient myths and legends is often signifies leadership, wisdom, and a connection with nature and the spirit world. So when I see this masculinity card, This can sometimes be talking about a divine masculine who is coming in. This could also be talking about a leadership role if we're doing this as a career reading. Okay, embodying, we have both feminine and masculine energy within us. I know that you've all heard that before, I'm sure of it. Okay, so this doesn't necessarily always talk about a man, or when I was talking about, the deities and the triple goddess, that doesn't necessarily always mean the woman. We embody all of this within us. So depending on what the topic is, then you will have to decipher how that meaning is going to go, whether it's a career, then it's leadership. It could be entrepreneurial. If it's a love reading, it could be a divine masculine coming in. Okay? Destiny. The spiritual symbolism often suggests that the stars hold the key to our destiny as they cast their ethereal influence upon us from the cosmos. The intricate celestial dance of planets and constellations have been viewed throughout history as profound, predetermined roadmap that each individual must navigate. With every positioning of celestial bodies, a unique energy is created, aligning with our birth and guiding our actions, emotions, and ultimate fate. So yes, we have stars as the destiny card. That would be, I would say that the symbolism behind that one is fairly obvious. So destiny can be something that is written in the stars. It can be something that was predetermined. It could also be that we have multiple paths in front of us and we get to choose our destiny, to choose our highest timeline. And how do we choose our highest timeline? That would be done through our emotions and our mindset and our perception. You've heard it said that we are the creators of our own destiny. That's how we do it, through those three. So it's a combination of, yes, your soul contracts that you may have had, but also your emotions and your mindset. They are the shortcut to get to your ultimate manifestations and ultimate destiny. You can go the scenic route or you can go the quick route. I know that one because I've taken the scenic route many times. Now I've realized I don't always love the scenic route, and now I know how to jump timelines. Now I know how to quantum leap, and that's through what I've just told you. Okay, protection. In this illustration, we have the Bridget's wheel, and it's a symbol from Irish folklore. For those of you who might not know, yeah, I have a British accent, but I also have a bit of a Canadian twang to it. I was born in Canada, but I am actually an Irish, I have an Irish, what did they call it? Citizens born abroad. So I am an Irish citizen. Okay, so yes, I am allowed to talk about Irish folklore. I lived there for a few months too. Okay, so the cross is typically made from intertwined straw and rushes. They used to be called corn dollies for some, and they take on a distinctive square shape with a woven center and 4 spikes radiating outwards. It was thought to protect the home from harm and is often hung on doors and walls. Okay, it's a beautiful symbol, often displayed at certain times of the year. Imbolc being one of them, the Sabbats. Okay, for anyone who celebrates Sabbats. Okay, who needs a stretch? Who needs a stretch? Let's change for half a fraction, and then we'll come back in. We'll come back into this. So stand up, shake off if you need to. It's a long sitting time. Go get a little glass of water. Okay? While you're doing that, I'm going to tell you about some really exciting offers that I have for you. Okay, so like I say, after a few minutes here, then we're going to go straight back in to the symbolism and the interpretation of some of these cards. But for those of you who are enjoying this course right now, I have more for you. I have more for you. I have 2 really awesome tarot classes that I'd like to tell you about. The first one is the Beginner's Tarot. The Beginner's Tarot, I have recorded it, and it is all lined out for you. Step by step, you have me holding your hand step by step. Everything from choosing your deck, to how to shuffle your deck, to how you cleanse your deck, to how you infuse the deck and make this deck yours so that you carry your energy within it. Remember, I've already said to you once, and I will say this to you many times throughout any courses, you want to have those cards that you work with, you're going to want to have them be an extension of yourself. Okay? I teach you all of that. We look at the major arcana, the minor arcana. There's mini tests for you to do. There's feedback that you need to give me. We talk about the ethics of tarot. And you get to have a certificate at the end of it. Like I've said, this is an accredited school. So you walk away with an accreditation at the end of it. That's the first class. The second class is the intermediate tarot. That I can tell you, I have a huge number of people who are very excited about this class. You see the illustration behind me here, the Antique Anatomy Tarot? That is potentially one of the most favorite decks that I have used in all of my tarot readings, not just for me, but as for viewers, they request me using that so often. It's an incredibly beautiful deck. The intermediate tarot, where the beginner's tarot is a set of classes that I have pre-recorded for you, and I will hold your hand as you go through it. The intermediate tarot is different, hence the price difference. And that is, it's going to be a live class. Like I'm teaching you today, we're all going to hop onto Zoom together, and I will teach you weekly. It's going to be weekly classes. Not only do you then have the weekly classes, you also have a WhatsApp with me. Not just me, but with all of your classmates. And daily, you'll be doing daily assignments on there, small assignments. But by the time that these 5 weeks have gone by, you're going to walk away from this course understanding the Antique Anatomy Tarot. Okay, but you're also going to be looking at tarot as a business. We're going to be looking at the ethics again. You're going to to come into this class, you must have a basic knowledge of tarot. Okay, so if you do not have a basic knowledge, then please go and get the beginner's tarot. You have time to complete that before the intermediate tarot starts. The intermediate tarot will start on June the 3rd. Very, very exciting. I am not going to be offering this as a live course all of the time. I don't know when the next time I'll do a live course on this. So if this is something that you're interested in, then I really, really suggest you hopping into this class. I know there was people who wanted to come in on the last class and they missed out, so they want to come in on this one. There is a payment plan. That was something that was requested last time, and I wasn't in a position to be able to. I was in a different setup, a different shop. Now I have it, so this can be paid into several months, okay? So what would you get? You will get a supportive and nurturing environment to foster your growth as a reader, the opportunity to connect with like-minded seekers of wisdom, and the prestige of studying in a renowned and accredited mystery school. When you walk away from this class, you're going to have a certificate, okay? A genuine certificate. And I had to go through huge tests to prove that this could be accredited for me to get this school accredited, okay? What else do I have for you? Have you ever felt, or even within this class, when I was talking about oracles, was there a call? Do you feel The whispers of ancient wisdom calling your name? Are you drawn to the mysteries of the universe, seeking a deeper connection with the energies around you? If you have felt that unexplainable pull, then it is no coincidence. The oracle within you is ready to awaken. Join my exclusive subscription course. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this. This is a subscription course, month-to-month subscription. Awaken the oracle within and embark on a life-changing journey to unlock the secrets of the cosmos and become the divine channel that you were meant to be. Step into the path of becoming a sacred oracle. So what are we going to be doing within this? Unlock your hidden intuition and psychic abilities. Master powerful rituals and ceremonies. What kind of rituals and ceremonies? We're going to look at full moon, new moon. I've mentioned sabbats tonight. We're going to look at the sabbats and the seasonal ceremonies. Many of you may be solitary practitioners who want to come together with others. This is your opportunity. Deep dive into the mystical knowledge of the ancients. I have been studying this in depth. I have been teaching for almost a decade now on these topics in little mini classes. This is my passion of what I can teach you. So yes, those we're going to be talking about Celtic tradition, Celtic law, Celtic astrology, divinations in many different forms, whether that be through pendulums, whether that be through tea leaves, whether that be through crystal balls, whether that be through runes, all of it. Become your own bridge between worlds. You never have to ask anybody again. Become your own bridge between worlds. You are going to come out of this having such trust in your own intuition and knowing who you are. Your spirit craves this knowledge and your soul yearns to explore what lies beyond the veil. Tapping into the mysteries of the ages, transform your life and empower your future with renewed insight and profound wisdom. This subscription, you can either do it one of two ways. There's a one-time payment for the year of $222 or a monthly subscription of $22. This invitation is rare and it's going to be for a limited time only. So don't let this opportunity slip away. The Awaken the Oracle Within and change your life forever. This is something I'm very, very excited to be doing. All right, are you back and you want to learn more about the interpretations and the symbology of the cards? Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Grounded. Okay, so with the heart chakra, we had crystals, and we are now going to be using the crystals for the grounded. So crystals have long been used for their symbolic spiritual meanings and healing properties. As a grounding tool, they can help people reconnect with the earth, balance their energy, and cultivate a sense of stability, especially the ones that work at the root chakras. Okay, so your black, your dark stones. All right, so that's what we're looking for here. Now, if you were to pull this card, again, you would have to take it into consideration with what the question was that you had asked about. But when I see this, it could be telling you to get grounded because your life is just about to take off. It could also be talking about something that already is very grounded for you, that you are deeply grounded. Circadian. On this, we have the triple hare motif. This depicts three hares that are chasing each other round and round each other's tails. It's an enigmatic symbol that has been found in various spiritual and cultural contexts worldwide, kind of like the Trisket, okay? In this unique interpretation, and I love it, I think it's so beautiful, the symbols associated with the concept of circadian rhythm, which signifies the natural intrinsic cycles that govern our mental, physical, and behavioral processes in daily life. The Trisket formation of the hares embodies the timeless and interconnected nature of these cycles, with each hare representing an aspect of the human experience, mind, body, and spirit. So circadian rhythm is something that happens very naturally, day into night, night into day, the seasons changing. Those are all called the circadian rhythm. Okay, so in all of my cards, you will see I bring nature in to teach us. If this card were to come up for you, it could be talking about a couple of things. It could be talking about someone has gotten themselves in a loop and in a cycle. Although in this card, the energy of that cycle feels good, but you would have to take into consideration any other cards around it, okay? Or could also be a warning that you've entered a loop that you need to remove yourself from, you need to get out of. So, like I say, bear in mind the question, listen to your intuition on that, but it is talking about cycles. Essence. Essence. So we have the five-pointed star, often very misrepresented. It's also known as the pentagram. It has a bad name for itself, and yet the true meaning of it is purely beautiful. We also have the mushroom here, and both are potent metaphors for spiritual wisdom and growth. Combining these two symbols serves as an emblematic representation of harmony between the corporal and ethereal realms. The five-pointed star represents the interconnection of body, mind, and spirit within the human experience, while the mushroom symbolizes regeneration, transformation, and the connection of the earth. Essence to me, body, mind, and spirit. It can also be talking about a soul's essence. Every person has their own energy, and every person has their own. To me, when I meet a person, I can. It's like a sound, but I can feel it. They have their own frequency, and it sounds like music to me when I hear it. So when I hear the word essence, that's what I think of. I think of a soul's frequency, a soul's note, a little tune that belongs to only that person. Okay, so this essence is the beauty of someone within. The self-awareness card. We have on this a tiny sliver of a moon. And then we have a single candle. And that represents the spiritual journey of self-awareness, each acting as a beacon of light that guides us in the midst of deep darkness. The barely visible crescent moon reflects our innate, untapped potential, acting as a subtle reminder to persevere and uncover hidden aspects of ourselves. This metaphor aligns with the gleaming candle, a symbol of our inner illumination, which flickers and dances as it burns, representing the ever-present flame of consciousness within us. So the self-awareness, again, a really beautiful meaning to this card. Someone who is self-aware, who is always recalibrating themselves. They're always trying to improve themselves mentally, spiritually, emotionally. They know themselves within completely. They have a complete understanding of themselves. It's beautiful. If you meet people like that, then it's hard to let them go, because they carry such wisdom within them. So this self-awareness card, if this was a card that you pulled, this could be talking about someone who is extremely self-aware of themselves, who has this gift, and they are often a light and a beacon to others when they have this self-awareness. By being themselves, they allow others to be themselves. It can also, on the other flip side, it can be talking about that maybe more self-awareness is needed. Prediction. Fairly obvious with this one. The glass ball, also known as a crystal ball or scrying orb, has long been associated with spiritual practices and holds immense symbolic significance of the realms of prophecy and divination. Over the centuries, mystics, fortune tellers, and seers have employed the use of these delicate orbs to gaze into the future and unlock the secrets of the universe. The ball's spherical shape and reflective surface symbolize a gateway to the other world, harnessing ethereal energies and revealing hidden insights. Prediction card. When you pull that one, it could be that you, as the reader, have a prediction that you want to share, or that you have this knowing within you, or it could be that the cards themselves are predicting something. Star-crossed. Here we see the pentacle, the five-pointed star, again, often symbolic of balance and protection, that aligns harmoniously with the elegant narcissus flower. Here we see that one again too, which represents self-love and renewal. When paired together, these spiritual emblems shape the concept of star-crossed destiny, encapsulating the duality of love's trials and tribulations, as the five-pointed star's geometric balance signifies strength amidst adversity. The narcissus flower reminds us to nourish our souls despite the challenges that you face. This compelling symbolism invites us to uncover the beauty in life's serendipitous encounters and to find hope, even when destiny seems to play a conflicting role in our relationships. Star-crossed. You've heard of it before, right? Star-crossed lovers. Every time you think that something's happening, that you're meeting, or that you're just about there with this person, then something else comes in and blocks it. Okay? Another word for that? If the universe is looking out for you, it's looking out for you. It's not meant to be for you. Okay? Okay, you're going to know this is one of my cards again. One of my favorite is the soul family. We have a family of mushrooms here. So soul family, mushrooms growing together in a cluster, they symbolize the interconnectedness with support that soul families provide to one another. Just as the individual mushrooms share a common root system underground, members of a soul family are energetically connected even when they aren't physically together. Have any of you read the book, The Secret of Trees, The Secret Lives of Trees? That's fascinating. It's a fascinating book. Maybe we'll talk about that another time. But this soul family, you can see there's a clump of mushrooms here. We have soul family, they come in many forms, whether they are karmic, whether they are platonic, whether they come as lovers, okay, romantic. And our energy is passed from one to another. Many of us have incarnated with the same souls for many lifetimes. Okay, we have bonds with them. Okay, and sometimes they incarnate as family members, as lovers, as children, as, you know, all of these together, all right? And so we're constantly evolving together. It's a beautiful card. Chemistry. Ooh. Did you see that flicker? Okay. Chemistry. Right when I said chemistry. Ooh. All right, so lab bottles, such as beakers or flasks, are essential tools in the field of chemistry. They represent experimentation, discovery, and the transformation of raw materials into something new. Just as different elements combine to create new compounds in chemistry, individuals experience interaction and transformation in their personal lives, relationships, and spirituality. The attraction between elements in a chemical reaction can be seen as symbolic of the attraction between people, drawing them together for personal growth and development. Isn't that interesting? If we were to think of our relationships as chemistry, wouldn't that be interesting as a science project? See the ones who you're drawn to, who you're magnetic, see the ones who repel you. What if we listened to those? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? If that was trying to tell us something. So anyway, the card chemistry, if that comes up for you, again, it can be talking about a deep chemistry that you may have with someone. It can also be talking about that repellent chemistry. So take in consideration the question, your intuition, and the cards surrounding it. Oh, I missed one. We are almost at the end, guys. Celebration. The spiritual meaning of candles as a symbol of celebration can be a profound and multifaceted. Candles have been used for millennia in various cultures and spiritual traditions to mark significant moments, evoke divine energy, and create a serene atmosphere during celebrations. Candles represent illumination both literally and metaphorically. They enlighten the environment during celebrations as well as symbolize spiritual enlightenment, knowledge, and wisdom. A warm glow of their flickering flames invites positive energy and promotes a sense of unity among participants. Do you hear? Outside, there's a lot of noise going on. So, if you get the celebration card, feel this good energy, right? It's good. There's positive celebrations going on. This could be marriage, especially. I tell you, this comes up with hand fasting quite often for me. Comes up with hand fasting. So it's not just birthday celebrations, it's all types of celebrations. The last one we're going to be looking at today, I had to save this one for the last. The kiss. I told you I am a romantic. So the kiss. I love this card so much. The picture on it is mistletoe. Okay, so it carries rich spiritual symbolism when used to represent a kiss. Rooted in ancient folklore and tradition, the act of kissing under mistletoe is often seen as a gesture that seals a bond. I got it on there, it says sealed with a kiss. Okay, or a connection between two individuals. The evergreen nature of mistletoe symbolizes eternal love, life force, and the triumph of human spirit over adversity. This plant also bears associations with fertility, protection, and healing, transforming a simple kiss into a powerful symbol of love, renewal, and deeper connections. In summary, a spiritual metaphor of mistletoe as a kiss embodies unity, commitment, and the sacredness of intimate connections. If you pull the kiss card, then I often see this with either a celebration or, as I see it, as a commitment, sealing of the deal. That's how it is for me. I hope so much that you have loved this course. And I do invite you to ponder over the courses that I am still offering. The Beginner's Tarot, the Intermediate Tarot. And if you have any questions about, am I good enough to go into the intermediate class? I'm not sure, I'm borderline, or should I take the beginner's class? Send me a message, okay? All of the links are going to be below this video. All of the links below. I also encourage you to think about joining me on the Awaken the Oracle Within. There is so many topics. I have been asked endless times to give classes or to teach individually how to do things such as, things I've mentioned before. Teach me about the Sabbats. Teach me about the moons. Teach me about how to use my pendulum. Teach me more about my tarot cards or my oracle cards. Teach me about the signs that I'm seeing around me, numbers, birds, all of these things, crystals, chakras. I have a wealth of knowledge inside of me. My problem is that I am trying so hard to work one-on-one with people, but I do not have the time to work as much one-on-one anymore. There's only so many hours in a day. And yet I desperately want to work with people. I want to share my wisdom. I want to share my passions with you. And this is a way for me to do it. So I do invite you to work with me on this, where there will be videos that I create and put in this. There's going to be a community that is put together, okay, where we will meet in a very sacred environment, where you will feel safe to share, to ask questions, and for there to be a support system amongst like-minded people. So if you have been drawn, if your soul has been telling you that there is something that you need to do and you don't know what it is, and this is not just for the feminines, this is for the masculines as well, for you to consider. Thank you so much for your time tonight. I have thoroughly enjoyed giving this class. We are going to be having class same time tomorrow night, where I will be streaming back on here. And like I say, there is replay here for you. If you want to come back and you weren't able to catch all of your notes earlier, come back and look. How to join. Okay, as I said, there's links below, and it's all in the Avalon Academy school. Okay, the Avalon Academy. Sending each of you so much love. Have the most beautiful of evenings, and I will see you tomorrow. 1-1.